Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we're going to be playing some more Standard with Innistrad Midnight Haunt cards. There's a lot of decks to cover. It's a brand new Standard, brand new rotation, so we're just going to get through. These are some of the ones that I did a deck tech on, and then if you do have any cool lists, stuff like that you'd like to see, drop it in the comments. But what we have today is an update on the Angels deck that we saw a bit in Standard 2022. And it's really focused with a new angel that was printed, Liesa, Forgotten Archangel. This is a 5-mana angel, flying lifelink 4/5. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. And then if an opponent's creature dies, you get to exile it instead. So it's a way to kind of get reoccurring angel value. This version of angels, I built it to be more kind of mid-rangey, just lots of removal, grindy elements to it. So there's kind of a return from grave sub-theme to it. But we have just like a ton of removal. We have Fateful Absence. It's a new removal spell from the set. 2 mana, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller investigates, so they get a clue that they could draw cards, but just clean 2 mana answer. Infernal Grasp, clean 2 mana answer. We lose 2 life, but there are some ways to gain life in this deck. We're not like Historic Angels where you gain tons and tons of life, but there is ways. We have Vanishing Verse, again, just a very clean answer to like Goldspan Dragons, stuff like that. Then we have our Angel package. We have Youthful Valkyrie. We have Righteous Valkyrie that gains us life. Resplendent Marshal. This is the one I'm kind of most like meh on. So there's a chance that we cut this. If you don't have it, play another angel in the spot, play more removal. This one's one that I want to see how it plays out in these games. We have 2 Legion's Angels main just because I want to increase the likelihood we hit them. And then we have 2 Legion Angels on the side. This is a best of 1 deck. And then we have kind of our angel support cards. We have Starheim Unleashed, which creates more angel tokens, big mana dump late game. We have Furja's Retribution, creates an angel, lets you fight something, and then angels get double strike. We have Rampage of the Valkyries. So I went more Rampages over Furja's. I think Rampage puts your opponent in a position where when your creatures die, especially if you stack these, it just is kind of like a one-side board wipe, which is really cool. And then we can always buy our stuff back. And then we have 1 Haunting Voyage, another card I want to try out. Just return a bunch of angels from our graveyard to the battlefield. In terms of mana base, I'm not particularly high on a large number of Snarls. We don't have the new slow lands from Innistrad for this color pair. But we have the bright climb pathways. We have some creature lands mixed in there as well. So let's give this a shot, see how it goes. I've been like bouncing around like 99% in high and numbered mythic with a variety of decks. I'm trying to find neg deck. Got a few different versions that we'll try out for a future video. But let's play some angels today, see how it goes. Vampire is probably something I want to try out. Werewolves I've seen a few people do. That's another deck that I'd be looking to. Various kind of ramp shells with Ren and 7. There's been Jund, there's been Sultai. So there's a few in the mix there. So a lot of interesting. I think this hand's reasonable. It allows us to either take an aggressive slant if needed, or play a little bit more controlling. Legion Angel being 2 additional cards. So this is likely Blood on the Snow deck. So this is going to be a grindy one. The one thing is they will have access to exile removal, which makes ours a little worse. So we do have some options here. They're going to block, so we can just post-combat this. There was a chance, but I want to save this for their planeswalkers. Lulth is going to be a problem. They're like, normally you do this pre-combat, but they're 99% blocking there. I believe they went first, so they missed a land drop. So we did get a little punished there, just from a sequencing standpoint, but Next turn we Legion Angel, and then we can just start jamming Legion Angels. We do want like our Valkyrie or something like that. So we do have a valid kind of approach here where we may not commit more to the board because of blood on the snow. Okay, so if they verse here, that means they don't have the sweeper. So I'm fine to go another Legion Angel here. Interesting, the opponent's still playing Flunk. Infernal Grasp's so much better. So this turn, we're probably not going to play more to the board. Okay, so we have a couple options here. I think we just go face, and then I Vanishing Verse this. Because if they blood on the snow, I don't want them to get it back. So let's go face here. They could double block.
Insufferable.
So we're in a little bit of a weird spot. So I think we do need to commit this. So if they Liliana, well, even if they Lulth again, I can just double Infernal Grasp. My concern is overcommitting to the sweeper here. Let's just do this. Notably, Amiria's call doesn't make our angels indestructible, so that's worth noting here. Okay, so Skullport Merchant's fine. I might be shocking this in. So this is 4 to activate, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I want to eat their creature out of the graveyard. Okay, so since they got the second one, this has Menace though. So it's probably worth it, because then I get to kill this. So we'll kill this. So they have the option here to sack to draw a card. But that takes him off treasure, which is also pretty good for us. I want to save this for a planeswalker. This could be removal, but we play as though they don't have it. Skullport can't block any of this. Okay. So we have lethal on them. Do we? Okay, so we're gonna do the same play again. I guess we can go in the sky this turn and just hit them for exactly 7. Yeah, so they're a turn behind. So Flyers will get there. Nice job. So it's weird, like I'll go to like numbers, and then if we check our profile, I go back to 99%. Okay, so we're still at 1444. It might be right to play some learn cards and lesson. We could see that being something we want to add in. I think this hand's fine. We need to hit one more land, but we got some early interaction and then some powerful spells. Perfect. So I can kill what they play here. So I think we're just... This lets them ramp. A little awkward that a lot of the stuff in werewolves is green-red. I think we're just gonna try to out-life gain them. So at the beginning of your combat, target creature gets +1/0. At the beginning of your combat, target creature gets +2/0 and trample and haste. I don't think they have like a giant growth effect, and they didn't tap off red. So we'll just gain back that life. I think it's fine here just to hold. Next turn, both our angels can fight their stuff. Whenever a werewolf you control deals combat damage to player, draw a card at the beginning of your upkeep. Ah, so they had the Blizzard Sprawl. That's pretty good. Last couple cards to have. I think we're just blocking here. So they get to draw a card here. They get to draw 2. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting turn. I could do Rampage here, but I think we're gonna wait a turn. Power less than creatures. Don't have an angel in the yard. And then I think we just... Because if I draw a land, then I could Haunting Voyage. We'll just go to their turn. Oh shit, there's other text here. Read your cards, folks. At the beginning of your upkeep if you control 3 or more werewolves. Okay, new card. We got hit by the new card flavor text. So here's the thing. I can do this. I think we're just doing this. I'm not guaranteed to hit a land. Yeah, we don't. So now it's not as bad if our stuff dies, because they also have to sack stuff. So they get the card draw here. I think I want to... That's 8 that would be coming through. They could pump and hit me for 10. They would have to sack. I think that's fine. Because I gain another 3 off this. That werewolf's doing work. Chariot's annoying. Okay, Vanishing Verse is nice as well. So I have a couple options here. Obviously, Legion Angel, I could foretell this. But I don't really want to cast it for foretell at this point. Just not hitting that, like, one more land has been a bit awkward. They got Goldspan. Jeez, yeah. They outdrew us there. So kill it. That our mistake was I didn't realize that thing could flip all their things. Otherwise, we would have killed them at instant speed, like on our turn. Lessons learned. Werewolves look good. Some timely like removal, like them taking it off before we could get the second chapter. So this hand's not going to work. This hand will. I think we're going to put Starheim away. Just because our turn will likely be like 2. This Resplendent hasn't been great. I might switch to like a different package. I can put a Learn package in. So we're just gonna kill this before they can get bigger. I think doing this is just mana efficient. While getting this going is better because it gets bigger with each one. They're going to have a hard time dealing with just a series of Legion Angels. Yeah, I think we're going to switch it up a little. What do you do? Has lifelink as long as you have a cleric. I think we just hold back here. I want to hit one more land for this rampage, and then they're going to have a hard time getting through. We don't have the density for this text to be relevant, and it's just getting hit by a bunch of incidental removal, like Frostbite. Glorious Protector. Sure. We could play this, but at 4 mana, I think I'd rather the Legion's Angel. Could I have a land? Give me a land. We have 25 lands, perfect. Think we're just on white here. Sort of cleric-y life gain deck. Alright, opponent can't beat that. Let's try taking these out with the Haunted Voyage, put in probably like a Learn package, see how that plays out. So I'd say let's go down you. This also saves you on Mythics. Let's move 1 Legion Angel to the sideboard. That frees up 4 spots. We have 25 lands. I think given that we don't need the Agademes because we're really not super heavy. Probably go up another creature land. Learn. So we have Symbology. Symbology is also a cleric. I think that's the best option. And then our lessons will be Sciences, Mascot. Could do Pest Summonings. We saw a couple games though, we don't always have double block. Maybe a Reduce to Memory. And then just another Mascot. Just like, here are all our bombs. I might actually do 3 of these and then keep the split with the Legion Angels in the main. And then go up another Sciences if we need it. I'd rather the land drop opportunity. Okay, let's try this one out, see how it plays out. We've yet to see Liesa. Our enchantments have won us most of the games, which is fair. They are good enchantments. Alright, we got Liesa. This is a keep. This lets us be aggressor, defensive. Okay, so there have been some like ramp packages. This looks to be one of them. Renin 7 doing, okay, so it's just like a Blood on the Snow deck. Tad annoying, but because what we could see here is like a Lulf, which isn't the end of the world. Scoot Swarm, okay. It's that type of party. I want to keep Vanishing Verse if they have a Planeswalker. I just want that dead. I guess it's worse if they have Blood on the Snow because they could bring back Scoot Swarm. And they would have enough here. I want to just sneak this Liesa down. Okay, so they have the Lulth here. I think we need to... So they're kind of forced with Lulth to block. They could double block on Righteous Valkyrie, but I get it back. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna go face here. So while they get 2 more tokens, I just get to exile it next turn. And there's still a mana off of Blood in the Snow. I just don't want them to Blood in the Snow and get this back. Now that's worse. We go here. Ooh, this is scary. Get rid of this. Damn it. Oh, I guess because they get exiled, Lulth doesn't work. So that's actually in our favor. Let's do this. I have a couple options here. Rampage is good. It's the most mana efficient of our lines. If they have blood on the snow, they get Lulth back. So then I can attack with Hive. Gets the tokens out of the way. Lets me rebuild. This also lets me, with Liesa, just get back the 2 creatures. So then it lets me reset my board in a pretty nice manner. This line's worse against Vanishing Verse. Maybe it was right to not kill the Lulth there.
You require my aid.
Why don't they come back?
How desperate.
Oh, at the beginning of the next end step.
I always reward the
So I have a couple options here. I actually think so doing this means they can't make tokens, and then next turn I can play out a couple other things. There is a potential to hit here. My concern is, like, I just played the Youthful Valkyrie, I play the Righteous Valkyrie, they sweep. I play Rampage, doesn't do much. Controlling Lulth there is pretty important. Okay, so they have the Liesa of their own. So I think we're gonna go... So we have a couple options here. Obviously Liesa gains them life. I can Rampage and play Youthful Valkyrie. I can do this and gain life over top. But then they just kill. I think we're gonna do this line. I only had 3 damage, and then that's pretty much my whole turn, and then they gain the life back. If they didn't have a way to gain life back, I'd consider it. I don't think I like Scoot Swarm in this list particularly, but I guess the one thing is it makes it so Lulth can't draw cards. But we have lethal on them a couple ways. Okay, so they can block on the ground now, binding. That's most certainly wrong. Oh, I guess it's because it's non-token creature. Actually, that's great. Now we hit them for 6. Lulth can't draw cards. Guess they could Blood on the Snow, but I get my Righteous and Youthful back. They've shown removal as opposed to exile thus far. Skullport kind of insulates them. So this just suggests to me that they have Blood on the Snow. But that actually exiles, which is a bit of a misplay on their part. So they did it to gain the life. The exile clause has been super relevant. I've been really impressed with this.
My hatred lives.
Even just buying back like our Youthful and Righteous has been good. It's just continued card advantage. I may go up to 3 of these, because even on its own, it's just a big beater. Maybe cut Starheim. Cut down to 2 Professors. Yeah, because I get nothing back here. And then I have my flyers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This gives us the boost. Menace for the win. Nice. Okay, this deck's got legs to it. Up to almost top 1,000. Okay, so I think 3 Furjas felt good. The enchantment felt good as well. The Rampage of the Valkyries. We may... I don't know if we want the Learn, but I guess this... I can set this up to have 10... 14, so potentially Blood on the Snow. Like maybe go up into Liesa, but they are legendary and our curve gets kind of high. Starheim, we never really saw it in action. It might be right to just have like the full 4 of Fatefuls. Trim down. Just like more early interaction. We don't really have a catch up if they go wide. Actually, what might be better, so we trim like one of those, one of these, and go with Crippling Fear. Could be an option. So something like that is kind of a... Mind you, like that game we were playing against more of like a rampy shell. So maybe not the, like maybe 1 Crippling Fear, just play the full 4 Professors. They trade early, they get us like our sciences and kind of gets us ahead, gains us some life as well, which is relevant. But I think this shell was pretty good. That last game, this really impressed me. The amount of work it did with just exiling things. I think the Rampage is at F3 with Furjas at 3. You know what? I still like Rampage more. We'd play the Rampage over it. Kind of go from that. Starheim. Well, we can make a lot of Angels. There's a lot of Blood on the Snow style decks that make it a little bit troublesome. And then this Fluctuation, we may want the 4th Fateful. I can see that. Vanishing versus Exiling, though, is relevant, but that's a deck. Let me know what you think. And as always, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back with another one very shortly. Thanks for watching.